Hello, students. Today we'll learn how to do question number 6 of exercise number 2.4, and then we'll try to understand question number 8 also. Fine. Now, what this is a very interesting question, students. What is the question? See, there is a narrow rectangular plot reserved for a school in the Mahalus village. So there is a village where there is a rectangular plot for school. So let it be a rectangular plot be like this. Okay. Now the length and the breadth of the plot are in the ratio 11 is to 4. Now as because the dimensions means the length and breadth are given in the ratio form. So the first thing that I have done is let length be 11x and breadth be 4x. So if this is a rectangular plot of a school, then length is 11x and breadth is 4x. Okay. Now this next sentence is at the rate rupees 100 per meter. That is for per meter, how much cost is coming? 100 rupees. It will cost the village panchayat, that is village panchayat has to pay for what? How much the village panchayat has to pay? Rupees 75,000. For what the village panchayat has to pay 75,000? To fence the plot. So what the village panchayat have decided that they will fence the entire rectangular plot. Fine. For that they calculated that the total cost will come as 75,000. Fine. Now we have to understand, if the cost of per meter is 100 rupees, then what is the cost of the entire length of the rectangular plot? So the what is the other name of the entire length of the rectangular plot? The sum of the all side is equals to perimeter. We have learned perimeter is what? Sum of all sides, and sum of all sides means what? Total length of the figure, isn't it? So if for 1 meter 100 rupees we have to cost, so for the total length how much we have to cost? 75,000. Fine. Now we have to get what is the total length of this rectangular plot. For that we have to find out the perimeter. So let's find out the perimeter first. As we know, the length is 11x and breadth is 4x. So according to the formula, perimeter is equals to 2 inside the bracket length plus breadth. We'll just put the value of length as 4x and b as 11 as length as 11x and b as 4x. Solve this bracket, we'll get 15x. Multiply this with 2, we'll get 30x meter. So this is a total length. That is a total length of the rectangular plot. Now, as we know that for 1 meter cost is coming 100. For total length, how much cost it will come? 75,000. So total cost is what? Total cost is rupees 100 into perimeter equals to 75,000. So what is the perimeter? 100 into perimeter is what? 30x equals to 75,000. So 100 into total length, that is 3000x, is equals to 75,000. So x equals to, we have to transpose this 3000 towards the right hand side. So it will look like 75,000 by 3000. After reducing, you will get x as 25. Now, as because they have asked what are the dimension of the plot, means what is the measure of length and breadth. Okay, so we will get it. That is 11, length is equals to 11x. And now we know the value of x as 25. So length is equals to 11 into 25, that is 275 meter. And breadth was what? 4x. So breadth is equals to 4 into 25, that is 100 meters. So this is the required dimension of the rectangular plot. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Now let's move on to question number 8. Now question number 7 is not that important, but if you want to solve, then no problem. Okay, so you can solve the question number 6 and 7. 6 and 8. Now this time we will go for 8. 8 is also very interesting. Now half of a herd of a deer. Herd is a collective noun. Okay, there were many deers actually. So the collection of deers is called herd. So half of a herd of deer are grazing in the field and 3/4 of the remaining were playing nearby. The rest 9 are drinking water from the pond. Find the number of deer in the herd. Now, see, suppose there were 100 deers. Now, out of these 100 deers, some were grazing, some were playing, and some of the deers were drinking water. Okay, so they have given some of the details. How many of them were grazing, how many of them were playing, and how many of them were drinking. So accordingly, we will just frame the equation. Okay, and we'll try to find out what is the total number of deer in the herd. So I've divided this particular question into three parts. Before that, as because we do not know what is the total number of deer in the herd, so the first thing we'll do is that let the number of deer be x. Fine. Now the first part, the half of the herd were grazing. So number of deer grazing is what? Half of the total number. So half of the total number is what? Half into x. So if you multiply it, it will come x by 2. So this much of deer were what? Grazing. Now remaining is what? Remaining means from total we have to subtract this one. Fine. So remaining is total number of deer minus number of deer grazing. So when we solve it, the answer will come again as x upon 2. So this is now remaining deer. Now remaining deers were what? See in the field, and 3/4 of the remaining. That means now 3/4 of the remaining were playing. So we'll see how many numbers of deers were playing now. 3/4 of the remaining deer. The remaining deer is what? X by 2. Fine. So 3/4 of the remaining deer, after calculation we'll get 3 into x is 3x, 4 2s are 8. So this much of deer is what? They are playing. Now again we'll see that how many deers were grazing and playing. That means this much of deers were grazing, okay, and this much of deers were playing. So what is the total number of deers who are grazing and playing? So it would be x by 2 plus 3x by 8. Okay, so 2 and 8 LCM is 8 only. So 8 divided by 2 is what? 4. 4 into x is what? 4x. Plus 8 divided by 8 is what? 1. 1 into 3x is 3x. So solve this. 4x plus 3x is 7x upon 8. So 7x upon 8 is the sum of total number of deers grazing and total number of deers playing. Now we'll see some remaining deers. Okay, because the remaining deers, and whatever the deers are remaining, those deers were now drinking water. Now let me see. From total number, we'll subtract this 7x upon 8. So when we do this, we'll get the number of deers drinking water. So x minus 7x by 8 is what? Again LCM. It is carrying 1 as a denominator. So 1 and 8 LCM is 8. If you divide 8 by 1, answer is 8 only. So 8 into x is 8x minus, if you divide 8 with 8, answer is 1. 1 into 7 is 6, 7x. So if you subtract it, you will get answer as x upon 8. So this much of deer is drinking water. Now in the question they have also given how many deers are drinking water. That is 9. So this number and this number is equal. That's it. This is also number of deers, representing number of deers drinking water, and this number is also representing number of deers drinking water. So what we'll do is that according to the problem, we'll compare these two values. That is x by 8 equals to 9, as because this is also number of deers drinking water and 9 is also representing number of deers drinking water. So these are equal. So we'll compare these two, and when we do that, we know that we have to transpose this 8 towards left and right hand side. So it is in division form. It will be multiply when we'll bring it to the right hand side. So x equals to 9 into 8. So your answer is 72. So the total number of deer is equals to 72. That is, there were altogether 72 deers were there. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Now take care and thank you.